Hey guys, welcome back to my channel today. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys products that I have decided to declutter. Now this is going to be from a number of different categories of makeup, so I didn't want to do just like a lipstick declutter or a highlighter declutter for this type of video, but this is just one that's going to be from a whole bunch of different categories. These are the products that I've just decided, you know what, they're not going to be in my collection anymore, so let's get into it. The first product is an eyeshadow palette, and despite me loving these colors so much, I just find that I'm not pulling for it at all. This is the Viseart Tryst palette, and this is one that is like super nice when it comes to packaging, except for the fact that the eyeshadow shades themselves are not glued down. So for whatever reason, I probably got a dud, you guys. I don't know how this is something that the brand thought was a good idea. I'm pretty sure it was a dud, but either way, when you hear them, you can hear them like jittering within the tray. So they're not actually like pressed in there. So I cannot like at all flip this over. I mean, you wouldn't, but if you put it forward at all, then some of them will actually fall out and break. So that has been something that's been a huge annoyance. Super huge, in fact, that I've really haven't been pulling for it at all because of the fact that that just makes me so nervous. So despite this being like a super beautiful palette, I mean, it's just the packaging is such a problem for me. Like, it's just not something I've ever been able to get past. So unfortunately, this is one that is going to go and get decluttered. The next thing are two highlighters from Becca. And before you guys are so surprised, because I feel like some of you would be like, what? You love Becca products? I do. But I love their Shimmering Skin Perfector product. This is their Light Chaser highlighter. This is different. This is supposed to be like a multifunctional face and eye type of formula. And I hauled two of these quite a while back now, and these are two that I never reach for. They're not bad when it comes to how they feel or anything, but these are like shifting highlighters. So one is like a silver that shifts gold, like a really yellow gold, and the other one is like a beige that shifts like really purpley pink. So this is what they look like. And then as you can see, I'm gonna see if I can get them to shift. That's gonna be pretty hard though. Yeah, it's not easy, but as you can tell, this is like them neon, and then this is them like kind of on the skin regularly. Like, they're not that opaque when it comes to like a blast of like neon color, like when they are like that. So that's why I haven't been reaching for these at all. I just feel like they're not something I wear day to day, and I definitely don't wear like neon crazy bright highlights on a regular basis. So I'm not really sure what I was thinking when I decided to haul two of these. The one that's like the beigey pink is called Champagne Dream Flashes Bellini, and the other one is Pearl Flashes Gold. So these are supposed to be like a flashy type product, but it's just not my taste, and that's why these are gonna go. The next product is one that I ended up hauling. I think it was part of a duo product where it came with this and then I think maybe a lip product. I can't quite remember, but this is from Wander Beauty, and this is their mascara. This is called Unlashed Volume and Curl Mascara. You guys warned me so bad about this in the comments, and I was like, thank you so much for the warning, because the first time I tried this, I put it right before I was about to have a shower, which is kind of hilarious. But you guys kept saying that this was like a super sticky, like just awful formula. Like, it just like clumps your lashes together, and like when you're, you know, blinking your eyes, they can like clump together and like close your eyes shut even and stuff. And I was like, I mean, I believed you, but I was like, really? Like, it's that bad? And sure enough, I put it on my lashes and it's just so sticky. Like, it's super tacky. It doesn't ever seem to diminish in tackiness. It just stays that way, and it really is so hard to keep your lashes separate. They just clump together and just look awful. Like, they just look so bad. So this is something that I'm like, you know what, I'm not even gonna give this to a friend. Even if a friend wanted this, no, this is a bad product. So this is just something that's just gonna be thrown out, unfortunately. But this is yikes. The next product is one that I got suckered into so badly. Oh, I learned my lesson though. I got two of the KKW lipsticks, and the shades I got were number 5 Nude and number 3 Nude. So she came out with like a nude range, and I got two of the colors, and these stink, you guys. They smell so, okay, you know, like that nasty lipstick smell when you pick up a lipstick that you know is the crappiest quality in the world? You can just tell it's manufactured. nothing like natural about it. It is just like manufactured nightmare. And even though these shades are so nice, like if you look at them swatched, they're super nice. They're very creamy, very, very pigmented. I can't get past the smell. The smell is so, so bad. And even the packaging, like what was I thinking? A huge part of me really loving high-end and luxury is that the packaging is really often matching some of these price tags, right? Like you want your lipstick to look nice. This does not. Like, no hate to Kim K at all, like, but this is no good. The price tag was not high-end. I'll just preface that. This is not a high-end product at all. But for a high-end lover like me, this is just never going to happen. And these shades, I'm sure, I have multiple times in my collection, like multiple times over. They're nudes. I love nudes. So these are definitely going to go. The next thing is an eyeshadow palette. This is the KKW and Mario palette. You guys, I wanted to haul this because I really, really expected a beautiful product given that Mario's name is on it. I love the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Mario palette. It is one of my absolute ride or die holy grail palettes. I love it, and I'm actually scared to use it, which is why I don't really that often, because I don't want it to just deplete. But I really should more because it's so nice. But anyways, I personally don't think a lot of these shades are not as creamy at all as an Anastasia formula. And obviously this is not the Anastasia formula. This is the Kim K Beauty formula. I don't know where she manufactures or anything like that. But besides the fact that there's nice neutrals in here, quite a few of them I find are a little bit harder to blend out. Just as a beginner that is not like a makeup artist by trade, I have a hard time making these look nice often enough. And I also feel like as this is staying in my collection, because it's been in here for a while, I find that the shadows are getting drier and drier as time goes on. Whereas a lot of my other products can really preserve themselves really well. But this is one I haven't owned that long, and I already feel like they're getting drier and drier. So this one is definitely going to go. The next product is also one that is not high end, but I did want to talk to you guys about it because it's one that I got suckered into as well. I have learned my lesson. I have never purchased anything from this line moving forward, but this is from Kylie Cosmetics, and this is their pressed illuminating powder. This is in the shade Strawberry Shortcake, and there's another one that I have in Salted Caramel. And first of all, the packaging, again, it is lower quality, but it's also not a high-end product, so that's not something that I'm going to be like bashing them for at all, because they do have a certain price point, which makes sense. But the highlights are just okay to me. They're not like amazing. So because I have so many highlights as well, I'm not going to be keeping this just for the sake of keeping it. They're also like really, really light and a little bit frosty on the skin as well, which is fine. Again, this isn't like a bad product at all, I would say, but it's just like, it's one that I've decided, you know what, I'm not showing a lot of love for. They're basically just sitting in my collection. It's not something I'm reaching for over like a Becca highlight or over anything else highlight, basically. So this is kind of like the lowest level of product that I would grab. Like there's so many above it that I would think are much better quality. Their packaging is much better, more suited to my taste anyways. So again, not knocking Kylie Jenner at all, but I'm talking about the makeup here, and this is what I think of it. Packaging, not my favorite. Product, not my favorite. Not grabbing it, going to go. The next product is from Becca as well, and this is their concealer. This is called the Ultimate Coverage Longwear Concealer, and this is in the shade Latte. This is one that I find incredibly thick. This is something that I haven't been reaching for versus my Too Faced one, my Josie Maran one, my Laura Mercier one. So this is something that is absolutely mediocre. It is very, very thick. It's a little bit sticky, but not super sticky, but it's just kind of harder to blend out, and then it just looks really cakey on my skin. So that's why I've decided to part ways with this guy. Again, if this is your absolute favorite concealer, I hope you're not insulted or anything, but not everything works for everybody, right? So just so you know, it's all good. But this is just one that didn't work for me. It's just really, really thick. So this one is going to be decluttered. Next, I want to talk about a product that I'm like kind of sad I'm letting go, but you know what? It is for the best. This is from Givenchy, and this is the Le Rouge Liquide 101 Nude Cachemire Lipstick. The thing about this is that the bullet is stunning. It's so pretty, but I don't like the end of this. At first, I thought this was really interesting, but what I find is that when you apply this, it's difficult. And the reason is because you're like twisting the top to get the product out, but then you don't see it come out of the little hole. So you keep twisting and often it just like pulses out, like it shoots out. And you're like, what the heck, you know? Then it has like this like plush kind of weird layer on the top to kind of smooth it out and stuff. But again, it's just not my favorite, you guys. It makes applying a lipstick a lot more difficult than it needs to be. And I'm not going to keep it just because of the bullet. As much as I love the bullet and like the case, it's just so nice and it's Givenchy, but I'm like, you know what? For me, this is not a Givenchy favorite. It's just a weird application. I love the color of this though. It's a gorgeous like corally pink. I think this is perfect for summer. This would look gorgeous against a tan. It's just not for me, so that's why this one is going as well. Now let's talk about a highlighter that I love the formula of, but this shade is just way too deep, and that's why I'm going to pass this one along. So this is a highlighter from MAC, and this is an Extra Dimension Skin Finish. This is in the shade Superb, and you guys, I love the quality and the formula of these from MAC. My favorite is Whisper of Guilt. It is super, super nice, and I believe I have one more shade as well that is really beautiful, but this one is just a touch too dark. It streaks really easily on my skin just because of how dark it is. See, as you can see, we've got that pinky pigment underneath that highlight that's really evident against my skin. So this is one that I think would look stunning on a deeper skin tone than myself, whether you're like a medium to deep. Beautiful. I also think this would be nice as a blush topper, but what I'm going to tell you is that blush toppers to me are not part of my routine. The amount of times I reach for a specific product to act as a blush topper is like 5%. Like it's really, really not that often. So because of the fact that my collection is ever growing, and because I really want someone who uses this regularly and gives it a lot of love to own it instead of myself, I am going to pass this along. The last thing I'm going to be talking about is actually the Jouer lip kits. I do have two of these, and the first one I have is La Rose, and the second one is La Nude. And the reason why I've decided to part ways with this is because in theory, I do like what they did here. I like that they have a liquid lipstick, a lip gloss, and a lip liner all in the same kind of compartment here. And the packaging for storage with this is pretty cluttering. It's the size of an eyeshadow palette basically. So unless you want to split it all up and not use it as a cohesive set, then that's fine. But I do find that I'm not grabbing these products as much as I thought I would. What I am grabbing are the lip liners. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking out the lip liner, keeping it, and I'm just going to declutter the top two here. And I'm going to show you what they look like on the skin because these are not bad products. Like I said, they are minis, so they are going to be really nice to use up, like to enjoy and use up. You're not going to have them forever. But anyways, this is what the liquid lip and the lip gloss look like. And the lip gloss is got some shimmer to it that the camera is not picking up. It's definitely a lot more shimmery than how it appears. But these are really like opaque products. The same thing goes with the La Nude set as well. So the La Nude set is also really stunning, but I do find myself using the lip pencils the most. So both of these are going to stay because they're really, really beautiful and I've been grabbing them. But the nude one as well, I think I'm just going to pass along the liquid lip and the lip gloss just because they're a little bit shimmery than what I would wear to day personally with my personal style. And the fact that I have so many nude lipsticks that I really have to kind of hone in and be like, which are the ones that I'm wearing regularly? And these certainly are not it. So as I said, really, really nice product, just not for me on an everyday basis. So these are both going to be decluttered. Anyways, guys, that is it for some of the products I'm going to be decluttering. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely let me know down below, what do you think of these products? Have you tried them? Again, if you love them, don't worry. We're both different people, and that's the beauty of makeup. Everything works differently for everybody. So it's all good. Definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button before you go. I would love to see you guys again. And until my next one, guys, take care. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.
You and me, everything that we've been through has made us strong. You won't believe we've had our gray, but somewhere there's a light inside of us.